Scott Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Welcome. Thanks for joining us. 888-900-3393. Just a jam-packed show again today, filled with fun and frivolity as we continue to make the apocalypse fun. By the way, BYU, Kansas tonight. I know a lot of people have been on the edge of their seats waiting for that. The big Big 12 matchup between BYU and Kansas, first of its kind. So that's tonight.
How bad are they going to get beat?
I will say this. They have exceeded expectations in basketball like I thought they were going to do in football. But they didn't in football. They've definitely surprised everybody in basketball. I mean, they're 19-8. Not bad.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, not bad. Now, Kansas is unbeaten at home. They're 15-0 at home. And they're almost... You know what the record is? In the Bill Self era at home. 313-17.
Yeah, they've lost very little at home, yeah.
95% winning percentage. So, it'd be nice. It'd be nice to knock them off, but that's probably not going to happen. Probably. All right. So, down to business now. We've got a president who's absolutely lost. I mean, 100%.
The president of the United States of America?
Yeah. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. You nailed it. Congratulations.
Okay.
Lost. He has no idea. He tried to quote President Lincoln yesterday.
It's always good when he tries to quote people.
Isn't it?
It's always good. Always turns out good.
Yeah, this was Sunday, actually, not yesterday. But it's fantastic. I mean, he has it written out in front of him! In front of his stupid face!
Is this at the black tie event for the governors?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, it is.
Holy cow.
Yes.
It was a good night for him.
A great night. As it always is now.
Yes.
I mean, every night's a great night with this guy. Every day is a great day. Every night is a great night. Here's what happened.
And you know, stand here in front of this portrait of the man behind me here.
Whose name he can't remember, probably.
He said, and I want to make sure I get the quote exactly right.
He can't.
He said...
Pause it for a sec.
He can't.
This man who's behind me here.
Who's tall with a top hat.
Yeah, I don't know who that is, but...
There's not a chance he remembers.
He said something, and I've got the quote in front of me, but I can't read it. I've got dementia, so... Let's see the rest of this. Oh, man. This is embarrassing.
And you know, stand here in front of this portrait of the man behind me here.
Uh-huh.
He said, and I want to make sure I get the quote exactly right. He said...
and he didn't.
The better angel, he said, we must address the council... address the better angels of our nature.
Against the better...
And we do well to remember what else he said. He said, we're not enemies, but we're friends.
What else he said? We're enemies, but we're friends.
Part of the Civil War. He said, we're not enemies, but we're friends. We must not be enemies.
I thought you wanted to get it exactly right.
And I've been around. I know I don't look it. I've been around a long while.
Oh, now I'm going to joke about my age because I've done such a bad job here.
We've gotten...
I can't take it. Shut him up. I can't.
Is terrible.
I can't. Oh, my gosh.
It makes you wish you were there at the black tie event.
Here's the quote, by the way. See how close he came to getting it exactly right. He wanted to read it.
From the guy on the porch behind him.
Yeah. The guy back here behind me. I am loath to close. We are not enemies, but friends. We must not be enemies. Though passion may have strained, it must not break our bonds of affection. The mystic cords of memory stretching from every battlefield and patriot grave to every living heart and hearthstone all over this broad land will yet swell the chorus of the Union when again touched, as surely they will be, by the better angels of our nature.
Sounds exactly like what he
Nailed
said.
it.
Exactly
That's
what
exactly
he said.
what he said.
Exactly what he said. Bang!
Nailed it.
Bang! And I want to get it exactly right. The angels are better than nature, not enemies, but we're friends. Then he also said something about broads. Oh, I'm sorry, broad lands. I mean, that was incredible. Incredible. How you take just a brilliant, I mean, it brings tears to my eyes just reading it from Lincoln and then completely massacre it when it's written out in front of you. How is that possible?
I don't know.
Wow. I mean, so embarrassing. Just so embarrassing. But he can't read for whatever reason. I don't know if he can't see to read. I don't know what
it's possible. I mean, he's had the eye strokes before, right? So it's possible he can't read.
It's very likely.
That's why he wears the sunglasses all the time, and that's why the teleprompters are,
huge font,
114.
Yeah, and I can understand that. I've had vision problems.
Absolutely.
But my gosh, stop doing it then. Stop. I mean, go back to your basement and stay there because you're embarrassing the nation. Come on. Admit it. Look, I've got some eye problems. I can't read anymore. So can I debate Donald Trump? You bet. I'm really sharp still. I can think on my feet, and I'm going to debate him. But I'm not going to read these messages anymore. I'm not going to do it. I just can't.
Even the ones that are right here in front of me on this notepad.
Right.
That are written out for me in Sharpie. I can't.
And was it written out for him on a teleprompter? Probably. It was probably on the prompter, too. He was looking down, but it's got to have been in the prompter. I mean, unbelievable.
Well, they got to the point where they're not using teleprompter. They're using big old TVs.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Right.
I mean, that's his, right, that's his prompter. Which, again, I'm okay.
Yeah, he's 81. All right. I got it.
Yeah.
Remember the Dallas event?
I do. I do.
Where I was having some serious vision problems. And that might have been right around the time when I started developing early cataracts. And
it could have been.
Yeah, because I had surgery on them shortly thereafter.
Yeah.
And got permanent lenses in my eyes afterwards. And I could not see the teleprompter.
It was awesome. It was awesome.
So you also misquote President Lincoln?
So I misquoted Lincoln.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I misquoted, I don't know who wrote it, but misquoted whoever wrote it.
What was the line?
It was, here to serve or something about others. Serving others.
Serving others.
Yeah, serving others.
It was awesome.
That was awesome. Yeah, that's great stuff.
But you weren't president.
But
so
I wasn't.
Okay.
Thank you.
So it's okay.
Thank you. Was not president of the United States. That's for sure. So he also got lost, as he always does.
Well, yeah, this is at
events.
Yeah, this is at the black tie event. He's done now.
Yeah.
So when he's done, he's got no idea.
Now what do I do? Where do I go? Let's see it. Watch. Okay. Looking around.
I'm right here.
I'm right here.
The front table where your wife is.
But he can't.
The event that's there because of you for the governors.
Seriously. I really? How hard is it? Okay. It's the chair right in front of the podium. Moron. I'm right here.
Okay. I'm done.
Am I? Oh, man. Oh, my gosh. He is exactly like that Italian portrayal of him.
Yes.
He's exactly like that. I mean, they didn't even exaggerate. That's how he is. Oh, man.
This next one, I want to play the game since Keith is not here. What do you think is he about to say? He's at the
is he telling
he's going to tell a story. He's going to recycle the story. He's in front of the governors.
Yeah, I thought for sure yesterday the clip that we played when he was talking about the trains and we didn't know what he was saying about Vegas and LA. I thought for sure we were going to get the.
Oh, that's fair.
We were going to.
So this is at the black tie event. We're talking to the governors that he invited. What story is he going to recycle, Pat Gray?
Oh man, dang.
It's tough because
it is tough.
You don't know what story he was leading into.
I know.
It takes him down those roads where I'm going to tell you a story about.
I'm going to say Xi.
Okay, play the clip,
Xi
Joe.
Jinping.
I I've spent a lot of time with Xi Jinping. So when I was vice president, my president told me that he wanted me to get to know Xi Jinping because it was clear he was going to be the head of Russia, of China.
And
we were having a problem with Russia at the time and other countries as well. And so what he said was, get to know him. He's going to be there. And he couldn't because he was the president. He couldn't travel. So I traveled 17,000 miles with him throughout the country, our country, and in China as well. We're in the Tibetan Plateau, and he turned to me and said, can you define America for me?
He wasn't world leader at the time. Xi wasn't in power yet.
Right.
He was
about to be.
He was about to be, but he wasn't yet. All right, let's finish this.
Throughout the country, our country, and in China as well. We're in the Tibetan Plateau, and he turned to me and he said, can you define America for me?
Gosh.
And I said, this is documented, it's real. I looked at him, I said, yes, I can.
Yes, I can.
In one word.
Possibilities.
He looked at me and said, what's that? And I said, possibilities.
I said,
possibilities.
We could say these dumbass things with you. We could say them before you. You've told it so many times and so badly, we could tell it faster and better than you. I can't. I can't.
This is my favorite game, by the way.
I think I've gotten it right like 90% of the time.
I think so too.
It's incredible. It's just amazing from this guy.
It is incredible. I mean, there were really two main roads you could travel: the train story or the Xi story.
Yeah.
And he's trying to impress the governors, so it's got to be Xi.
Yeah.
I don't know why Xi would impress them. That's not a good thing that you went 17,000 miles with a dictator, communist leader of China. Why is that such a great thing?
Because we were on the plateau.
Okay, on the Tibetan plateau.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Jeez.
Can you explain America to me? You know, he was already been in America. Right, I mean, he made friends with. He lived in Iowa. Made friends with the Iowa people there, the governor, one of the senators. I mean, he was in the States prior to him becoming the leader of China. Yeah. So I mean,
he's probably doing espionage here for years before he became leader.
He didn't necessarily need Joe to explain America to him.
No, he didn't. Possibilities. Wow, that's profound. Wow, possibilities. Really, that's what you said to him? Wow. How'd you think of that?
I don't know.
That's tremendous. I said, yeah, I can define it in one word. And what was the first time he tried to tell this story? Well, that we know of. I mean, it was probably not the first time. But he couldn't, because he couldn't think of the word possibilities.
Yeah, anyway.
So he started going down, it's in the Tibetan Plateau. Anyway.
That's right.
What do you mean? What was the word? Was the word anyway? That's the one word to sum up America?
That's a long time ago now, though, for him.
Yeah, that was, I mean, he was starting down that road, but he hadn't traveled it this far yet.
No,
that's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Oof, man. All right, so the White House will not lately release their schedule because they're apparently afraid of protests. KJP was asked about that yesterday.
Just because of protests that you don't want to share details about the president's schedule, you're afraid of protests?
I don't have anything else to share on that.
No.
I don't have anything else to share on that. She never has anything else to share on that.
No, she doesn't.
What a waste.
No, I know. She's the worst. But she announced the visit at the border, though. She did have something to share on that. Here's what she said.
On Thursday, as you all know, President Biden will travel to Brownsville, Texas to meet with U.S. Border Patrol agents, law enforcement, and local leaders. He will discuss the urgent need to pass the Senate bipartisan border security agreement, the toughest and fairest set of reforms to secure the border in decades. He will reiterate his calls for congressional Republicans to stop playing politics and to provide the funding needed for additional U.S. Border Patrol agents, more asylum officers, fentanyl detection technology, and more.
Okay.
And more.
He will call on Republicans to stop playing politics with this. Oh, okay. Thanks a lot. We got it.
Right.
Unbelievable.
There's a montage that we have to remind people how the border is secure. The border.
Oh,
border
is secure. All right. Let's listen to him tell us about how secure the border is.
It is my testimony that the border is secure.
The president have worked very hard to implement a strategy when it comes to the border that is humane, safe, and has orderly enforcement.
Things are going at the border, sir.
Much better than you all expected.
No.
We have a secure border, in that is a priority for any nation, including ours and our administration.
Wait, what?
We have responded with a model approach that has proven to work.
We have taken unprecedented action over the past year and a half to secure our border.
And we have a process in place to manage migrants at the border. We're working to make sure it's safe and orderly and humane.
Sure.
The border is closed.
We agree that the border is secure.
We're executing a comprehensive strategy to secure our borders.
One of our highest priorities is to ensure that we have a secure border.
Yeah, well,
and that is what we are doing.
We are stopping the flow at the border.
You're doing a heck of a job.
Is secure.
Secure. Wow. Okay, the border is secure. 6.5 million on the low end since they took office have sneaked across the border and been encountered by Border Patrol. On the high end, it's as high as 10 million. 6.5 to 10 million. The border is secure? What are you talking about?
I would be... You could convince me that it was a lot more.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no question.
I don't know where that number is coming from, but I feel like that number is low.
Yeah, they've got to fake it because it's astounding. It's like the 11 million that are already here we hear about, and we've heard about since 2000.
Forever.
And it was, I guarantee you that when I first got to Houston, Texas in 2001, that was the number they were using. That was 23 years ago.
Right.
The 11 million was thrown at us over and over and over. And I said back then it was probably more like 20 million. Well, what is it now?
Right.
40 million?
Probably. Maybe 50.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. We don't have any idea is the thing. And I just know it's not 11 million. It's not the same as it was 23 years ago.
6.5 million since he took office.
Right.
I mean, come on now.
I mean, that's 17.5 million right there.
Right.
If we didn't have one person cross the border since 2001 until Biden took over, it's 17.5 million now. Jeez, it's unreal. It's really... it's so frustrating. And it's national suicide.
It sure is.
We can't exist like this. All right. You already know about Sierra Whiskey Company, the folks that brought you Undertack, the revolutionary boxers that are changing the game. Well, they just unveiled a whole bunch of new products for the new year. Now they offer socks and joggers, T-shirts and sweatshirts. All are made in America and embody the same rugged spirit you've come to expect. Their socks are made of battle weave wool that's 5 times stronger than merino. Their ring-spun cotton hoodies and joggers are dangerously comfortable. And every patriot needs the EDC T-shirt 3-pack. Remember, Undertack isn't your typical men's boxers. They're made with modal. You just think of that like cotton, just way better. It's 50% more moisture-wicking, it's antibacterial, and it's just way softer. You're going to love it. Stays in place with a sturdy but really comfortable extra-wide waistband, and the fly design is great. Undertack is durable, ultra-lightweight, fade-resistant, and shrink-resistant, too. And if that's not enough, they donate a portion of their profits to organizations actively in the fight against human trafficking. Nice. Stock your drawers today with drawers. Yeah, and more. Undertack.com. That's undertack.com. Get 20% off site-wide when you use my promo code offer, PAT20. Exceptional comfort, twice the guarantee, a fraction of the price. Undertack.com. That's spelled under TAC. Undertack.com.
Pat Gray is unleashed.
Okay, so Biden was eating ice cream talking about the border. This is good stuff. Is this with
Seth Meyers?
Seth Meyers.
Yes. Oh, man.
Man, I don't like that guy.
Oh, man.
Do not like that guy. Either of these guys, frankly, but here they are.
Thursday. Why make your order now, Ms. Wilkerson? You're going on Thursday. Why don't you now, guys?
I've been planning to go Thursday. What I didn't know is my good friend apparently is going. Well, I'm not going to announce ahead of time. Secret Service don't like me announcing exactly what I'm doing.
Where are you going to be? What time? What time will you be there? Because we want to be there protesting for the Palestinians.
This whole ice cream thing with him is...
you know what it is? Like it's to make him look folksy and every person...
Doesn't, though.
It doesn't at all. It makes him look like a moron. Well, he is. But
it doesn't make it look folksy.
Also, people that suffer from Alzheimer's, ice cream is one of the...
Oh, yeah, the
recommended soothing to soothe them.
Makes them feel better.
Really?
Yeah. Ice cream is actually on their website as one of the treatments for Alzheimer's.
Yeah. You know, it's my biggest fear, getting Alzheimer's. But if ice cream's part of the equation...
Ice cream is part of the equation, sir.
Does it?
It takes a little of the edge off.
The edge off?
Not enough.
Okay.
Not enough.
Does it cure it? Because I'm thinking that I've eaten enough to cure it. I don't have to worry about it.
I know I have. I mean, years and years of eating ice cream virtually every day.
Oh, my God.
Those days are gone.
But are you eating chocolate chip ice cream like the president?
No, I'm not. I haven't had ice cream in over a year.
Yeah, man. Me too.
Yeah, you too? You too, Jeffy?
Too.
Really? It shows. It does.
I'm right there with you, Pat.
Yeah.
Right there
I thought I was going to ask.
Yeah.
All right. I had that little extra incentive. You know, the diabetes.
Just put a little
I didn't do a thing about it until the diabetes. What are you going to do? Well, you're going to stop or you're going to die.
No, you're not going to die. You just do a little extra.
I was going to say, just put a little bit extra.
Right. That's a good formula. It really is.
You know how to play the game?
I've seen the way the game is played like that. And in fact, I have a former relative. He was a brother-in-law of mine. Lost both his legs.
Oh.
Yeah, both legs. So I knew that going into my diabetes that he had lost both legs. Yeah, it's because you don't take care of it right. If you don't take care of it right, you can go blind. You can lose your limbs. You die. It's not good.
Believe me,
it's really not good.
So you tell me ice cream is not worth losing a leg or your eyes?
No, especially not my eyes. I think I'd rather the legs to go. This is kind of macabre, but I think I'd rather lose my legs than my eyes.
Yeah, because with your legs, at least you get to see the ice cream.
Right.
Without the eyes. It's
and you can still watch TV.
Yeah, it's so good.
Oh, that's a good one. Oh, you're right. How am I going to watch TV?
How can I watch? Without my eyes, I can't watch TV.
Right. Or read the Bible.
Or
no.
Oh, right.
Read
That's
the
of course.
Bible.
That's the first thing that I was thinking. I would read my scriptures in the morning.
How are you going to read your scriptures, Fisher? Every morning.
I wouldn't be able to.
No, you can't because
the audiobook.
Here's what I do: is
get the audio
I
books.
do the audio.
Yes.
Okay.
On the way to work every morning, I got the scriptures going audio-wise.
Me too.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually do that.
No, me too.
Yeah.
This is not Jeff
Fisher.
Yeah.
No, me too. What are you talking about?
Me too.
Okay, what book were you playing down here? Because I tell you, it was the Revelations.
Oh, the
2:8.
2 Corinthians.
The 2 Corinthians.
The 2 Corinthians that walked down with the Thessalonians.
The one part.
To the Ephesians church.
Came down. And...
the 2 Corinthians ran into the 2 Thessalonians and...
they duked that on the Revelations. That's how they got Revelations.
Look, that's the audio book I got. What are you going to do?
What are you going to do? There's nothing you can do. There's nothing you do. So, all right. Well, this is fun. All right. So he ate ice cream, talked about the border, and...
you could skip to 9.
Okay.
Because this is like right after the border.
Okay. So he's eating ice cream, talks about the ceasefire, too?
Yes.
All right. Here he is.
Did you give us a sense of when you think that ceasefire will start, sir?
Well, I hope by the beginning of the weekend. I mean, the end of the weekend. At least my national security advisor tells me that we're close. We're close.
Your
Not
Nash
done yet.
security advisor?
My hope is by
My
next
Nash
Monday,
security advisor.
Okay, thank you.
I want you to play that one more time, Joe, because
never licks his ice cream cone.
No. Also, pay attention to Joe Biden. He really wants that stupid lick.
Yes, he does.
Oh, bad.
So
Yeah.
look at that. Look at
All
play
right,
that one more
watch.
time, Joe.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, he
Give
does.
us a sense of when you think that
Well,
Keith would be saying, "Close your mouth, close your mouth, old man."
at least my national security advisor tells me
My
that we're
Nash
close.
security advisor.
My hope is by next Monday we'll have a ceasefire.
Next Monday we'll have a ceasefire.
Okay, thank you.
We keep trying to hamstring Israel. I keep trying to help them lose the war, but they won't do it. I don't know why. I keep trying to make them
What does your
stop.
Nash security advisor tell
And my
you?
Nash visor said, my Nash security visor said, maybe Monday, maybe Tuesday, maybe, I don't know, maybe not. We'll see. We'll see.
So Seth Meyers got to spend the day with him.
Yeah, he did, because he was the one that took him to the ice cream shop.
How special is that?
That's
How
darn
special is that?
special. It's
Now,
cute. The
I don't
two
know-
of them just had a great day together. Isn't that wonderful?
And then Joe did his show.
Yes.
Yeah, Joe
sitting
did
on
the
a
show.
And if you'd like to listen to how do we have time to play? I don't know if we have the clip from the one clip from the Seth Meyers show, but it's riveting. And Seth lets Joe just ramble.
Oh,
Just tell us all the truth.
really?
Tell us all what's going on in America.
Okay. And do we have that? I don't know that we have
No.
that.
Okay.
No,
I guess
we don't have that.
I guess we don't.
All right. Thanks for getting my hopes up.
I know.
We'll
was
get
really
it for the
looking forward
break.
to it. All right.
We'll get it
Okay.
for the break.
All right.
It's already, the fun's already gone.
But about
Go get some ice cream.
oh man, but he is going to the border same day as Donald Trump.
Yeah.
That
My
should be
friend.
good.
His friend.
His
That's what he
friend,
said.
Donald Trump.
His friend.
Oh, my
Yeah.
friend is going to the same day.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah, your friend that you bash every chance you get.
Anybody who
And
likes
anybody
him.
who supports him.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, that's a thing now is the MAGA Republicans. Anybody who likes Trump is a mega MAGA Republican
like
who
you.
deserves to be derided.
Yeah. I mean, throw them all, as far as they're concerned, just leave the country, go to jail, whatever.
Speaking of which, did you see that Don Jr. had another package of white powder delivered to him?
Yep.
He needs to stop opening his mail. That's
yeah.
my suggestion to Don Jr. Get somebody to check out your mail first. Look at the hazmat team showed up.
I mean, that's a little much, don't you think?
No, not when it could be Ryzen
Or anthrax? Have
Or
we
anthrax?
forgotten about that one?
Right, it could be Ryzen or anthrax. The guy threatened him in the letter, and there's white powder.
Or cocaine.
I thought I was
that's what I would
delivering
think
this
it
to Hunter. So
Yeah,
I
that's
sent some
what I meant.
cocaine to you.
Yeah.
Did you think that was? Oh, I'm sorry. We got a misunderstanding here. Ah,
So
boy.
this-
Wrong first son. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang it.
No
got my
kidding.
sons mixed up.
I mean, do you think that what the difference, if that were to happen to Hunter?
Oh, the difference in coverage? I mean, how many times have you seen that story
I have not.
anywhere
I've not
this
seen it
morning
anywhere
so
this
far
morning.
or last night? I mean, this broke, yesterday afternoon.
Afternoon, yeah.
And I didn't see anything in last night.
I didn't.
I
I've not
haven't
seen
seen
it this
a
morning on
thing
any
this
of
morning.
either
I don't know
of
that
these
Fox
news
is
programs.
even talking
I've
about
not seen it.
And yes, if it were Hunter Biden who got white
Yes.
powder in the mail, oh my gosh, that's all you would be hearing about, these evil Republicans, these MAGA Republicans.
And they said the tests on the
Wow.
powder, they're inconclusive. We'll get back to you.
Inconclusive?
Inconclusive.
Oh my gosh.
We'll get back to you, though. Don't worry about it. Just quit your whining.
Wow. Don Jr. said it's just become a little bit too commonplace that this sort of stuff happens.
Yeah, he needs to not
Yeah.
receive mail. That's for sure.
Yes. Right.
Period.
Well, there was a time when things came into the radio station. Somebody else went through that.
Oh, yeah.
We didn't go through our own mail. So it'd definitely be wise for him.
Yes.
888-900-3393.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
I don't know why where'd that come from? It has nothing to do with Bang a Gong by T-Rex. It's nothing like that song. That would be wrong, and it would cost us money.
Can't have that.
So we can't have that.
Yeah, I don't want that.
No.
I do not want to cost the company money by subscribing to things because we want people to subscribe to us.
Right. That's exactly right.
We need to have happen, not subscribe to other things.
Got some tweets here. Not to change the subject, but changing the subject.
Bitter. So bitter, Fisher.
He is. Fisher is bitter.
I was just commenting.
What do you mean?
Let's just comment.
Carl Smith tweets, the problem Joe had with the Lincoln quote was it wasn't the way he remembered it when he heard Lincoln say it.
That happens.
It
does.
Happens. Yeah.
That
well,
happens.
you know better than anybody.
Absolutely.
Except Joe. Aloha, the spirit of small talk. With as good as Joe is at plagiarizing, you would think he could quote someone better than that. Yeah. Yeah, you would. Bunter Hayden, crack connoisseur. Communists are easily impressed by people that spend time with dictators, so... Nancy's vodka-soaked dentures. Look at Joe Squint. You could blindfold POTUS with dental floss half the time.
Oh, yeah, always. Yeah.
From Tamara B. The border is secure. The problem is that the Biden administration thinks the U.S. border is with Brazil. See, just a bit south of, that's the thing, it's a bit south of where it actually is. Just a bit. A few thousand miles. What's a few thousand miles among friendly countries? Nothing. Also, Skevy 2075, how many times do you think Biden told the Xi train story? The Xi and the train story those are separate. Those are different.
Right. And then you have the bow story.
But you got the
bow story.
The bow story.
And the fire story.
Yes. Those are the four big ones. Yeah. The Xi story has been told, I think we've documented 15 times.
At least.
But it's been told way more than that. The train story, 20 or 30 times?
Yes. Which is why I was surprised that I didn't watch the whole train speech there in California, so he may have pulled it off.
Every time he's been at a disaster or talked to victims of disaster, especially if a fire is involved, the kitchen story comes up.
Absolutely.
The house burning down. Almost burned down. He almost lost his house, almost lost
family,
his wife,
everything. The whole
almost
thing
lost
gone.
His cat, whatever.
Had to talk to the rescue, the fire rescue people came in.
And a firefighter died. Remember, he said that a firefighter died.
He did say a fire, and that didn't happen.
No way.
That didn't happen. It was a little grease fire in a pan, basically. I don't think the smoke detector even went off.
We don't know that.
We don't know that.
We don't know.
That's my guess. All right. Recum rhymes with boom. Okay. I don't know. 1 year, no ice cream. Good job, Pat. Do not go back. Oh, I don't plan to. I've made too much progress.
Yeah, once you stop.
Yeah, you can't go back now because
there's no relapse, no relapsing.
Because as soon as you start that taste again, you got to have it. You know, it's almost like it's an addiction. It's not almost like it is an addiction. And so, I see my family eating ice cream all the time, having milkshakes, and it's like, oh gosh. Although at the beginning it was really bad, now I could just kind of ignore it.
Yeah.
It's not as like, oh, I gotta have that.
They do, make sugar free.
Yeah, but no, it would not satisfy me.
I think it would.
I don't think so.
I think it would.
Sugar-free ice cream?
Yeah. No, it won't.
No,
it won't. Once you taste your real
frozen
stuff,
yogurts.
You know what that would be?
Good.
That'd be like a heroin addict trying marijuana, and he'd want more. And it'd be like, okay, then this isn't working for me. So he goes to the bigger stuff.
Back.
Pretty soon, you're right back to the Bluebell, and you're eating a half gallon a night. And
pretty soon, you're right back to the
exactly
dark horse.
To the emergency room and the ICU unit. It's not good.
And then you're losing eyes and feet.
And you're losing eyes and feet. Exactly. Biden's favorite village tweets, if you went blind because of diabetes, at least you wouldn't have to see what a terrible president we have.
It'd be worse, though, because all you do is
hear him.
Yeah.
But, as he points out, but you'd still have to hear how bad he is. Can you go blind and deaf? I think you can. Or you could at least puncture your eardrums. That's a bit extreme, but
it does seem a bit extreme.
Maybe you just don't turn on the news. That might be an alternative to go.
There have been people that has told people to do that.
Yeah,
and just don't turn on the news.
There have been. And I hear all the time, love you guys, love the show. Sometimes I just have to rest from it. It's completely understandable.
That's okay.
But that's why we try to inject some fun along the way.
Yes,
so it's not all beating you over the head. But it is hard.
It's very hard.
It's hard to immerse yourself in this every day.
It's very hard.
It doesn't do any good to be an ostrich and bury your head in the sand, but sometimes it just feels better.
It sure does.
It's just
it
like,
sure does.
okay, I can't deal with it for a week or two. Yeah.
I just can't.
I hear it all the time.
So I can already hear Keith talking in my head. So what you're saying, more animal videos injected into
no,
the...
that is not what I'm saying.
No. Okay.
No.
Okay.
No. To me, fun is not animal videos. To me, if you love animal videos, there's plenty of them online.
Yeah.
You got a phone. Watch them there.
Watch them. Watch them.
It's not hard. It's really not that hard.
No, it is not.
So there you go. That's my advice this morning. Did you see the California professor that suggested it's racist if you're a Taylor Swift fan?
Oh, really?
Okay, wait, because she's white? Because she sings about breakup songs? Because she likes a white person and is dating one? What is the racism there?
What is the racism there?
I don't. She's no stranger to controversy, made the suggestion, blah, blah. After the Kansas City Chiefs Super Bowl victory, Melina Abdullah.
Love her.
And this is always a problem. She's a professor of Pan-African Studies at Cal State, Los Angeles. Okay, right. She decided to take her views about Taylor Swift to X after the Super Bowl, where she wrote, "Why do I feel like it's slightly racist to be a Taylor Swift fan?" I don't know, because you're an absolute buffoon.
And you see everything through the lens of being a racist.
Yeah, and you yourself are a racist. Yeah. How about that? When another X user claimed everything is racist, Abdullah simply replied, "Indeed!" Okay, why? She doesn't even explain why. What is the thinking here? That's really weird.
Well, you can't get away from Taylor. I mean, she's now
she's everywhere.
First act to spend 100 weeks at #1 on Billboard Artist 100 chart.
Okay, what was that stat again? Give that to me.
She's the first act to spend 100 weeks at #1 on Billboard Artist 100 chart.
Okay, so not a song,
Artist
but
100.
She's the #1 artist for 100 weeks.
Yep.
What does that mean? What goes into deciding who's the #1 artist?
The Artist 100 measures artist activity across key metrics of music consumption, album sales, track sales, radio airplay, and streaming.
Wow. Okay. That's impressive. 100 weeks?
100 weeks.
So that's 2 years, right?
Yeah.
100 weeks.
Yeah, it's almost 2 years. Almost. 104 weeks would be 2 years, right?
It's overwhelming.
That's
Taylor
crazy.
Swift.
I mean, it's getting to, Beatles proportion at this point.
Yeah.
Almost.
Yeah.
I mean, give me a comparable music star in the last, I guess, Michael Jackson, maybe?
Yes. Yeah, Michael.
Maybe Michael Jackson could be comparable.
Yeah. I mean, you've got the King, of course.
Well, Elvis, in the 50s and 60s. Yeah. Beatles, Elvis and Beatles. But other than those acts, Beyonce, I mean, she doesn't even approach Taylor Swift, does she? I mean, she's won 33 Grammys?
She's got a bunch of Grammys, and she's obviously, tours the world and
does really well.
Does great.
But she's
I don't
not
know that
Taylor Swift.
It doesn't feel that way.
No,
BTS.
BTS.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe.
What's BTS?
Oh my gosh, the Korean boy band.
Yeah.
Oh, you got to be kidding me.
Yeah,
they were. They were
pretty big.
Yeah,
they're
they were all pretty big.
BTS.
Yes, that's it right there.
Bet they're good.
They are.
I'll bet.
Wait,
no, that's what I said.
I'll
bet they're good.
Wow.
I'll bet that boy band is.
I'm writing an article for the Blaze right now.
I bet they rival NSYNC. I bet they do.
Sound like Pat is racist against
racist. I didn't say anything about a race. I'm talking boy bands. I just compared them to NSYNC.
Okay.
Okay.
Maybe NSYNC and New Kids on the Block combined. And throw in the Backstreet Boys.
They were a lot bigger than them.
BTS?
Oh, yeah.
You think so?
They sold, yeah.
Holy cow.
Sure.
Really?
Yeah,
Where have I
they
been?
were monsters.
They get 30 million
they were
hits
monsters.
on Spotify monthly.
30 million a month?
Yes.
Okay, well, that's only 300 million a year.
I mean,
what's that? Who pays your salary? More than that in a day. What are we at? $7.5 trillion now?
Something like that.
I think so, yeah. Oh, this is them? Wow, powerful lyrics.
Yeah.
Man, socially significant. I like that.
There you go.
Shoes on. I wake up in the morning.
That's their number one song.
Way are they Taylor
Dynamite.
Swift.
Nice.
No,
no, they're not.
Swift.
No, I mean nobody is. Right? Nobody's that big.
Yeah, I mean.
All right. Let me tell you something. When you absolutely, positively have to buy or sell a home quickly, and let's face it, sometimes you just really have to do it. You want a real estate agent that you can trust, who's on your side, somebody who knows the ropes, somebody who's been successful. That's where Real Estate Agents I Trust come in. It's Glenn's company. He started it because he had a really bad time and a bad experience with a realtor in Connecticut. And he wound up selling a multi-million-dollar home for $39.95. $39.95.
I know. Had we known, we would have just taken it off his hands.
Could have gotten a really nice bargain at that rate. You really could have. But I wish. I really do kind of wish I would have jumped in on that.
Yeah, I know.
Because then you turn it around, sell
at least
it
$45
for $45, $50, something like that.
Yeah.
But he didn't want that to happen to you. That's why he and Robert created Real Estate Agents I Trust. Great people, the best in the business, the best in your area, and they're usually fans of the show, so you're going to have things in common with them. Real Estate Agents I Trust, the name says it all. RealEstateAgentsITrust.com.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Wow. I'm just hearing that Chris really screwed up. What did you say?
I did.
$30 million a month?
$30 million a month for BTS.
That's chump change.
And then Taylor gets $105 million.
$105 million a month.
A month.
So in 10 months, she's over $1 billion.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
It's a good gig.
That's pretty good. Huh?
Yeah, this is Spotify. This is just Spotify.
Oh.
This is just Spotify.
Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy. Wow. $105 million a month.
Chewing the Fat is just under that.
Is it?
On Spotify.
Oh,
yeah.
You keep working. Keep trying.
I know.
Is it still free? I know you're fighting. Yeah, I know you're.
It is.
You're in there
is
pitching
free.
for
free.
your fans.
It's available wherever you get your podcast. But specifically on Spotify.
Yeah.
Just
slightly below that.
Can't.
Yeah, I bet Taylor Swift got more than the s'mores box at Christmas time for her $105 million a month.
Yes.
I mean, I loved the s'mores box.
It was awesome.
And it was a total surprise and really cool.
That was awesome from them. That was a nice gift.
Yeah, it was. Very nice.
Taylor got an airplane.
But yeah, she probably did. She
got that, and the banner here says Global Top Artist.
Yeah.
Wow.
No
so
nice. That's great. I mean,
more power to her. More power to her.
She's okay.
I know.
Her music
I'm
is
not
fine.
crazy about her at all, but more power to her.
I like some of her songs. I liked a few of them.
Yeah.
But I don't understand.
I don't consider myself a Swiftie.
Yeah, no, me neither. But
I think she'd be upset if you guys did. I just want to put that out there.
You think what?
I think she would be upset.
She would.
Yeah,
that we liked her.
If you guys would be
she
Swifties.
would tell us not to.
Yes. I think she would pay you guys for not even.
If that's true, I'll take the money.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I won't even mention her name.
I won't even.
If she wants to pay
If someone
us.
mentions her, I'll punch him in the face. Just pay me.
Hey, which is what Dad did in Australia.
That's right.
He got into big trouble in Australia. He decided to punch a paparazzi in the face.
Her dad?
Yeah.
Really?
They claim that these guys were trying to get to Taylor's people and get to Taylor, and Dad was having none of it.
Oh, really?
And good.
I don't blame him.
I don't blame him
100%. But just don't punch people in another country, bro. You're gonna.
Yeah, she's
but they get carried away.
Yes, they do. Yeah. Yes, they do.
They get carried away.
And
as a protective dad, you'd want to.
Yeah, and you get that close. I mean, it's not like she doesn't have security. So to get close enough to where Dad would be able to punch him.
Well, and Jason was there too, right?
Kelsey?
Kelsey. Yeah.
I don't know if he was there.
Travis Kelsey, not Jason.
I don't
Jason's
know.
his brother. Travis Kelsey.
I hope Jason was in there.
They were pictured together at the zoo, so I'm
that makes sense.
Assuming he was there.
Is he doing the whole Australian tour with
I would
her
think
here
so.
this
Why not?
off-season?
It's not football season.
Yeah. I just won the Super Bowl, so I could go where I want.
Hey, Travis Kelsey, you just won the Super Bowl. I'm going to tour Australia with Taylor Swift. Not the same as I'm going to Disney World, but whatever.
Whatever. No, Patrick went to Disneyland. Mahomes went to Disney World.
Did he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
That was his.
Is that the tradition?
Yeah, the MVP.
Okay.
The MVP goes to Disney World or Disneyland. I think they get their choice.
Yeah.
And nobody needs it more than a person
100%. Yes.
who makes $50 million a year. He
Tickets are
just won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And is the MVP.
Yeah. And the Super Bowl bonus is probably, I don't know, $1 million or $2 million.
Well,
500,000.
It's at least
obviously not enough to go.
Not
Disney
enough.
has to donate.
Yeah. I mean, Disney's expensive, so you gotta have them pay your trip, and nobody needs it or deserves it more than a 50 millionaire. Hey, we got to tell you, speaking of music, we got to tell you this Don Henley story.
What a tremendous story.
Isn't it great? Yeah.
What a tremendous story.
You know the song he wrote, or the circumstance that he wrote Dirty Laundry about? Right. He talked about that in court yesterday. I'm really surprised because
he doesn't stand.
He does not, like, at least up until now. But I mean, he's, 76 now? Yeah, he's 76 years old, and he's probably, all right, I might as well just fess up. And
he's on the stand. He's got, he was questioned about it.
If you don't know, there was a little incident with Don Henley of the Eagles, lead singer of the Eagles, one of the lead singers, in 1982 with a 16-year-old girl.
Yeah, first of all, he didn't know she was 16.
Yeah, no, he thought she was 20, 21. He testified to that yesterday.
Thank you.
So she might have been 16.
Why do you say it like that?
Because
you say it like you don't believe Don Henley.
No,
that's what the man said.
100% I believe him.
Okay.
He perms his hair. Why wouldn't I believe him? More coming up.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Pat Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Got a few tweets here. Hero Elita tweets, hearing Chris hysterically laughing in the background cracks me up every time. Me too. Fawnin Stitches. Isn't it funny when Biden was running for president, we were told, 1, Biden loves ice cream. 2, he has a stutter. They were preparing us for his dementia issues without us noticing. Yeah. Pikapool, the leadership leading Pokemon. Don't forget that whatever ethnic group Joe is talking to, he also grew up with those people and attended their religious and educational institutions with them. In fact, more than they did.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Pale, stale male. So there's 5. There's 5 main stories.
Right.
I remember being ignorant to politics. I won't lie. My life was more blissful. However, we have a responsibility as citizens to be informed. Politics is only miserable because we, the people, made it this way via those we elected. Sad but true. Okay. Pardon my sanity. Happy to report that I do not have one Taylor Swift song downloaded. Not one album do I own. Not one single do I own. Well, you don't have to own them anymore with Spotify,
no,
right?
You don't.
You just put them in your
list. And plus,
list.
don't be trying to take our money. All right, we're the ones that are not going to like her and not talk about her for Taylor Swift money. Yeah. You're not getting our money.
That's right.
We're stepping on our toes.
And Saving History tweets. We all know Jeffy would never be confused with being Swift at any time. Not sure what they're saying there because everybody knows we don't tolerate the fat shaming. So I'm sure it's not a reference to that. I don't know where that's coming from. I don't even understand the reference.
That's kind of...
Yeah,
that feels like it was.
No, I don't know. I don't know where that's coming from, quite frankly. We were telling you about, we were in a Taylor Swift discussion, brought up Don Henley. He's the Eagles co-founder and one of the lead singers. He is in the middle of a trial right now because somebody stole his notes that he wrote when he was doing the lyrics for Hotel California. So there's a big trial going on. He was apparently called to the stand. And during the trial about this Hotel California theft, he was asked about his 1980 arrest. I don't know how that figures into this.
I don't either.
First of all, it's years after he wrote Hotel California. Secondly, it has nothing to do with this case. How is it even admissible? But anyway, he was asked about the arrest in 1980. And so he explained it, which is interesting.
That is very interesting.
Interesting.
What happened?
What he said was it was right after the breakup of the Eagles, because they broke up in 1980. And in fact, somebody asked him at the time, you think you guys will ever get back together? And it was either he or Glenn Frey that said, yeah, when hell freezes over. Yeah. So the name of their album, when they got back together, Hell Freezes Over. Very creative. Very cool. Anyway, he was very depressed, he said at the time. And so he called a madam to provide him with some company.
That's what you do.
That's what you do. Really? Is that because no, it's not what I've ever done, but
that's what you do.
Maybe that's what you do.
That's what you do.
If you're Don Henley, I wouldn't think you need to do that. There's a lot of women that you could probably call that would be happy to come over. I mean,
I'm tired of them.
This guy dated supermodels.
I know, but you're tired.
Stevie Nicks got her pregnant. Had an abortion. Whatever.
You know the facts. You get tired of them.
You get tired of them?
Yeah, you just need something.
All right.
Send me something new.
So somebody came over who was new. He said, I wanted to forget what was going on. I wanted to escape the depression I was in, so I made a mistake. I called a madam and told her I wanted some company. And a few hours later, a young woman arrived at my home. Just like that.
I know. How sweet is that? Huh?
It's America for you, bro.
It's America.
That's right. Red, white, and blue, baby.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Apparently, he was having a party with a bunch of groupies at the time and was still lonely. But he said the young woman, who he believed to be 20 or 21, turns out she was 16. And so when he sent all the other groupies away, they snorted a few lines of coke. He said, which he used intermittently at the time. Yeah, I bet it was intermittent.
That's a good revisionist history. Yeah,
I used cocaine intermittently.
Intermittently, I had people drop off 8 balls at my house intermittently.
No, I didn't snort it all day, every day. Just most of the day.
I mean, he was already railed up when he called the madam.
No doubt.
Send me, I need someone new.
No doubt.
Somebody over.
So he said he still regrets the poor decision years later. Decades.
Do you?
Decades later, he's still paying for it, he said.
Do you?
So he testified he went to bed with the girl, but said they did not have sex. When he got up in the morning, he heard a crash in the bedroom, called 911 when he realized she was having a seizure. Fire department shows up, and they told him that after they, helped her, they could either take her to the hospital or she could stay in his care. And so he said, yeah, just leave her here. I don't know why you made that decision, but they did. And apparently the fire department called the police and said, hey, there's a really young naked girl in Don Henley's house, and she's coked up and had a seizure. So police arrive and they arrest him. Surprisingly, this made the news in Los Angeles.
What?
Yeah, people talked about it. Can you believe it?
It sure did.
Why would anybody be interested in Don Henley having a naked, coked-up 16-year-old girl in bed with him? Nobody would care about that, right? Nobody wants to hear about that. So it was newsworthy, and he didn't appreciate the coverage he got.
No, and he should have sued. Who do the paramedics think they are?
Right.
Blabbing that everywhere.
Right, yeah.
Hey, but the paramedics give him the out.
Yes,
well, they still would have reported it.
Yeah, I suppose they probably would have. Yeah, they probably would have. So that's when he wrote Dirty Laundry, because he was obviously pissed off about his dirty laundry being aired in public. So that's when the bubble-headed bleach blonde comes on at 5. She can tell you about the plane crash with a gleam in her eye.
Yeah.
It's interesting when people die. We need dirty laundry. Remember those lyrics?
Now, he paid
very, very creative, cool song. But kind of understandable that people were interested in that story.
Absolutely. And he went to court and everything was taken care of. I mean, he got
probation.
He pleaded no contest and to contributing to the delinquency of a minor.
Right.
He got probation and a $2,500 fine.
Which is that's all that would have happened to any of us under similar circumstances. Am I right? We all know that. I mean, a naked 16-year-old almost dies in your home. Of course, you're just going to get probation and a $2,500. What was that? Like $25 to him? My God,
he paid the madam more than that.
Oh, for sure. I'll bet that's true. But you got a great song.
It's not his fault that the girl lied about her age.
That right. Yeah.
Fisher, stop.
Thank you for that, Fisher.
What do you mean stop?
Just stop.
What do you mean stop? What?
It's not his fault.
I love you, but dude.
It's not his fault.
Dude.
It is. It is.
It
No, it is not.
Yeah, it is.
He's the adult. He's the adult.
He's responsible for her lying?
And let's see. In 1980, he had to be 32. Yeah, he should know better.
He's the adult in the room.
Right.
Okay.
Can you go back to your morning scripture readings, please? Up the tick.
All right. Yeah. Okay. You know what we should do is show you what happened to 60 Minutes in Sweden.
This is fascinating, Pat.
This is amazing. Now, Glenn went to Sweden a few years ago. You remember that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It was years ago. But he said at the time, you go into these neighborhoods and you're not safe.
Yeah, you're not welcome. It's not welcome. Full of and we that was with the beginning of the no-go zones, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Swedish security that was with him said, okay, we got to leave now.
No, get out.
Because people started to congregate. Yeah. Well, here's a really good example of why 60 Minutes does this piece, talking to a bunch of immigrants.
Thank you, Pat.
Who have come into Sweden. They have police protection, but then the police leave. Here's what happened.
And they don't assimilate well into the Swedish culture and society, and they're unemployed, and they're poor. So you add all these factors together, and their youth are feeling marginalized and don't speak Swedish very well, so they don't get jobs.
So who is this Dingleberry, one of the government officials?
Yes. Swedish youth culture either.
But not everyone is hostile.
Oh, okay. Yeah, my cousin lives in Melbourne.
Many locals are polite and friendly. And happy to talk.
Happy to talk.
Yeah.
I'm very happy.
But what happened next changed everything. The police leave, and as we prepare to go, young men masking their faces arrive.
Good, you're doing good. You're doing good? Yeah. Okay, very good.
Take it easy.
Okay, you too.
And attack.
What the heck? Go. What are you doing?
Steal stuff.
Oh, man.
Okay, we're going to drink.
Excuse me. Please.
Wow.
No, we are leaving, but you don't need to hurt us. There's no need to be unkind. Hey, don't do it.
The gang's attention turns when a local intervenes and drives his mobility scooter into the most violent attack.
Move.
Nice guy in a wheelchair.
Wow.
We've been
That's a mobility scooter, right?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, stupid.
Oh, my gosh.
Why? Sorry. Ooh, the guy in the mobility scooter.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, don't call that a wheelchair. Why did he start it to what was the point of that?
I have no idea.
We're just going to start fighting and take their stuff, right?
I think they were trying to get their stuff, or just like every time we point a camera at Antifa, they attack the camera crew.
Right.
Yeah, same kind of deal, for sure.
This is why this diversity movement is so profound and powerful and great. You know, that should be our main goal, is just diversify as much as possible.
We're getting there.
Yeah, we are. And don't learn our language. Don't assimilate. Don't become part of us. Just come here and do your own thing, and we'll all go these separate directions. It works out really well for a nation. Ask the Romans. Ask them.
I know
how well that worked out for them.
I know. History is definitely repeating itself. Now, I don't know if the Romans had an AOC speaking on behalf of people of the Roman Empire, but we do.
Fortunately,
we're fortunate enough to have AOC speaking on behalf of our empire.
Yeah.
There is not only no moral calculation, there is no economic calculation, there is no logical calculation, there is only a political calculation. And that political calculation is we are going to keep whining about it. We are going to keep pretending this is a crisis while contributing to actual problems. And then we're going to block the solution so that we can campaign on it over and over and over. And we can call it caravans. We can call it migrant crises. We can call it family separation. And they will just recycle it over and over and over again in order to gin up, just so much animosity and destruction in this country and racism in this country, because that's the only thing that the Republican Party even is standing on.
She is
stupid. But stupid.
Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. Yeah.
She has all the intelligence of a bathroom bolt brush. well, about half the intelligence of a bathroom bolt brush. Okay, that maybe a quarter of the intelligence
she's still
of a
looking
bathroom
pretty
bolt
good.
brush.
She's still looking pretty good, but
I can't even go there. She's just so reprehensible and despicable. Oh my God.
I know. But then we have...
have you opened your eyes and watched a single report from anybody, including CNN, at the border? And then you're going to tell me it's a made-up crisis?
I mean, I thought...
Wow.
Don't we have a picture of her crying at the border?
Wow, yeah, we do.
Well, that was different, Fisher. That was because kids were in cages.
The kids.
Kids were in cages, and she was moved.
And the kids are pouring across the border. Remember that the one where the Chinese are coming around the fence and walking? How many
Chinese
kids did we see
Every
there?
single person had a kid.
One after another.
Pregnant Chinese people.
Yeah. Little toddlers.
Yeah.
Toddling their way into our country.
I saw a crawling baby.
Yeah. The baby paid like $4,000 to get here.
Sure did. Sold his house and everything.
Yeah. His crib. Sold his crib. That's unbelievable. All right. 888-900-3393. More coming up.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
Welcome. Thanks for being with us. A few tweets here. Fat lump of goo tweets. I love listening to Pat ask the question of how or why this person or that person fill in the blank. The answer is always the same. They are insane. Okay. That's a good explanation for it. As good as any. Not of this world. Do any of us want to imagine what this world will look like in 10 years? Nope. I don't want to imagine what it'll look like in 10 minutes.
I know.
Things change that quickly.
And it's getting scary to think about what it's going to look like in a year or two.
Sure is.
I mean, we cannot go any longer than we absolutely have to with this president in office.
No, right.
We can't. We just cannot. That cannot happen.
January 19th of next year must be the last day of his administration. It must.
And once he loses, we have to keep a tight rein on all the stuff that he does after that.
And what the Democrats are going to do, because they've already threatened not certifying the election. Exactly what they're trying to prosecute
January
Trump
6th
for. My gosh.
I know.
You can't even get your head around it. The hypocrisy, the stupidity, the insanity. High Plains Stranger. I never knew a hover round could be used to fight Swedish gangs. Good to know.
Heck yeah. I don't know that was that an actual hover round? I think that was just a mobility scooter.
Oh, okay.
I know it's
all right.
But I don't know
his
that it was an
mobility
actual hover
scooter
round.
into the most violent attack.
Yeah, I don't know what that
That's a good scooter, too.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that hurt. That hurt some shins right there.
Yeah.
Let's see. Sloth and Gluttony Awareness tweets, so make sure you always have a friend on a mobility scooter for security purposes.
No doubt.
That's what I learned from that. Forget about it, tweets right, AOC. Just like when you went to the border and cried at the fence with no one on the other side. Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's
really bad.
She's great, isn't she? She's wonderful. Okay, so Donald Trump was at CPAC over the weekend. And he was speaking there. He gave a standing ovation to his wife. And then they're trying to say that he didn't know her name. Have you seen this particular clip?
So, I mean, is this just they're trying to say that he's losing his mind?
Yes.
The same as Biden.
This is a daily thing, especially on the Drudge Report, where they're trying to equate what's going on with Trump to what happened
what's actually happened, which we see with our own eyes.
Every day, all day. And they're desperately trying to tell us, same thing. In fact, Trump's even worse. No. The guy can't even remember his wife's name. Okay, watch this, and you tell me.
My wife, our great first lady, she was a great first. People loved her. Yeah, people love her. Oh, look at that. Wow. Mercedes, that's pretty good.
Okay. Different topic. Oh, look at that. Well, Mercedes, that's pretty good. They're trying to say he called Melania Mercedes. No, you morons. How do you even make that case? He was clearly talking to Mercedes Schlapp.
Everybody knows.
And that's her name. It's inconceivable. I keep using that word. I don't think it means what I think it means.
No, come on now.
Come on.
Come on now.
They have to manufacture something, and they do every day for him. They're trying to make this out like, no, he's worse than Biden.
Well, he's terrible, right? I mean, that Nancy Pelosi clip that we have, where she is talking about first of all, Nancy Pelosi, agonizing.
Yes.
But she's talking about how terrible Donald Trump is. And she doesn't like to talk about how terrible Donald Trump is.
No. Of course not. Far be it from her
we
to cast aspersions at someone.
Not overseas. not when she's not in the country.
Okay,
well,
this was
going to, but
outside the U.S.?
I think this is outside the U.S. Yeah.
All right, here's what she said. Cut 16.
Europeans here are worried.
News,
They see America and they say America is stepping back.
Yeah.
You've dealt with Donald Trump. What advice would you give them?
Him? Have an intervention into your mental health, your political viability. He's really grotesque, and it's really a shame. And I never talk politics when I go overseas.
No, but
you're doing it. Yeah, you're making that exception.
That's just the way we have always. We've been very bipartisan when we go overseas. When we have our differences.
Except for now,
and we criticize the president at home.
So I'm going to call
I have my hesitation
him
to
grotesque.
Do
that. I hesitate to do that, but
he has
I didn't really hesitate
into
this time.
The global scene by his chumminess with Putin.
Wow, that's so typical. So typical of these hypocrites.
It sure is.
As she is explaining the fact that it's not cool for politicians to do this overseas, she's doing it overseas.
Correct. I'm going to make an exception today.
Yeah, I'm going to make an exception because you're really lovely, and I'm struck by your beauty. And Donald Trump is grotesque.
She wasn't bad.
No,
Sky News. She wasn't bad.
Was that Sky News?
Yeah.
That's their Fox, essentially.
Basically, yeah.
And you're saying that people are worried about America stepping back? What? Oh, man. Oh, my gosh. I tell you, it's hard to take. I can't take it.
Makes you want to just have some ice cream, doesn't it?
It does.
I had some.
Okay,
delivered.
So you're testing me? Is that what you're doing?
I had some delivered.
Did
you like some?
No.
It's Bluebell cookies and cream.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no.
Looks pretty good, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
Come on now.
I told you it doesn't. You didn't believe me.
To be honest.
So you had this delivered.
I had this delivered.
Uh-huh. Go ahead. Eat the whole thing. Go ahead.
I'm just saying, times are tough, and I'm trying to.
You never know where.
I'm trying to fight
when
Alzheimer's.
your next ice cream opportunity will come up.
No, you do not.
Right. So, yeah, you go ahead and enjoy that. That's great. Was this supposed to, I don't know, make me start quivering or
you know what? Yes.
Shaking?
Yes, that's what it is. I want to share. I want you to have some.
Yeah. No, thank you.
Come on.
That's sweet of you.
Come on, join us.
Sweet of you to offer.
Join us.
Come on, join us. Be a part of our.
Get thee behind me, Satan.
I don't want you to get Alzheimer's, Pat.
No, I know.
So have some ice cream.
And this could definitely head it off, right? Ice cream, they say.
Yes.
They don't say ice cream is a cure.
No, they don't.
For Alzheimer's. They say it
helps.
comforting to Alzheimer's victims.
It brings them back.
Yeah.
For a little bit.
Of course it does.
Science is evolving.
The science is evolving on that?
Evolving.
Yeah, like on everything else. Oh, by the way, they're telling us the science is just being proven right now in the climate change thing. It was 94 degrees yesterday in Dallas. 94 here in February. And so they're trying to equate that, of course, with global warming, with climate change. You know when the hottest temperature ever recorded in the month of February?
I don't.
You know when that happened? 1904.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
1904.
Yeah, I do remember that.
It was 96 degrees in February that year. Due to, I guess, our voice.
There were so many of them.
So many voice. We should have learned our lesson then. All right, 888-900-3393. More Pat Gray Unleashed coming up.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
Yeah! 888-900-3393. Pat Unleashed on Twitter. The psychosis of the left continues. Did you see how Chelsea Handler, speaking of psychoses and leftists?
She definitely has that. It's a good explanation of her.
So weird. She goes skiing on her 49th birthday. Okay. But because she's an attention hog, I'll say, she's an attention hog, she does it in a bikini with a dog in her backpack.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, very weird. Look at this. There she is.
Still looking good.
Oh, yeah.
All
We obviously staying alive was provided, but there, for some reason, the dog is on her backpack. She's skiing in a bikini because she's 49. And then I think she picks up the other dog too. And so now,
Oh, there we go.
Yes, sir. Yep. So skiing downhill in a bikini with two dogs. Nobody knows why. Because she thinks she's amazing at 49.
At 49,
right?
she's amazing, and it's all
Here's
good.
how amazing I am. I'm going to ski in a sexy bikini. You're going to see how fabulous
That's
I am.
exactly what
at
that is.
49 years old.
That's exactly
Nobody looks like this at 49. But let's keep in mind, same woman who believed this.
What Hamas has done is
not
horrific.
that.
Oh, wait.
Not that.
Oh, wait.
Wait. No, that's not.
I didn't know, and this is true, I didn't know until I was 40 years old that the sun and the moon were not the same thing.
I'm sorry, what? You didn't know.
I didn't know, and this is true.
And that's true.
I didn't know until I was 40 years old that
40.
the sun and the moon were not the same thing.
So 9 years ago.
9 years ago. She's 49 now. She just turned 49, celebrated in the way we just showed you. She didn't know till she was 40 that the sun and the moon weren't the same thing. That's the intelligence of these people that are
awesome.
telling us how to vote.
That's awesome.
And how stupid we are.
Yes.
For voting the way we
Yes.
choose to.
Thank you.
How is that even possible that A, that happened to her, and B, she admitted it on national television?
It's funny.
Yeah, that's not funny. That's sad and pathetic. Wait, You didn't know the sun and the moon were different until you were 40? Okay, aside from them being out at the same time occasionally, okay? You could still see the sun. Then there's the moon. Look at that. In the daytime, there's the moon.
It's a reflection, though.
I don't. Is there a giant mirror in space and it just reflects? Okay, all right. That's what you figure, I guess. That's inconceivable to me.
Amazing.
How is that possible? Amazing.
You know what, though? I'm going to ski down a slope.
Yeah.
With my bikini.
And show how sexy you are
carry
at 49?
2 dogs.
Yeah.
It's not really that...
Good idea.
I'm happy to look, but...
I know you are. Yeah, I know.
It doesn't really do anything.
No, I mean, whatever. And she's fine shape.
But she's smoking.
Yeah. Oh,
is she smoking?
Yeah, she's smoking and drinking. She's doing
smoking, drinking, and carrying 2 dogs. Yeah. That's perfect.
And skiing down while it's cold.
All right. Okay. Weird.
Really weird.
Just really weird. All right, let's check in with Jeffy now and the Fat Five.
Okay, let's rock and roll. Yesterday, big day for the fast food world. For the first time in the U.S., KFC rolled out a combination fried chicken and pizza dish, appropriately dubbed the Chizza. Instead of a dough crust like traditional pizza, the Chizza features a base layer of fried chicken topped with sauce, cheese, and pepperoni. It's not pizza. It's Chizza. 100% white meat, extra crispy fried chicken fillets topped with zesty marinara sauce, melty mozzarella cheese, and crispy pepperoni. Now, they had a pop-up store there in NYC this past weekend, but it is now available starting yesterday at KFC's.
Everywhere?
Yes.
Okay.
They're also blackberry lemonade is returning. So, yeah. And yesterday, McDonald's made another new addition to the 2024 menu, new dipping sauce, savory chili sauce, in collaboration with some of the biggest names in anime. McDonald's will be transforming into WickDonald's, the fictional restaurant that the anime fandom has created. And so it should be really great. They're rebranding a new sauce, packaging, episodic shorts, and more. I mean, they're doing shorts on the website, WickDonalds.com, with anime characters, and they're transforming some of their McDonald's, actually transforming them into WickDonald's universe with a 360 projection mapping and immersive tabletop projections. It's pretty... They're all in on the anime for McDonald's now. So you'll be able to get the savory chili WickDonald's sauce available for a limited time. The unique combination of ginger, garlic, and soy with a slight heat from chili flakes. Man, does that sound good, doesn't it?
And the Shamrock Shake is back.
And the Shamrock Shake is back. There you go.
Yeah, your wife should be very pleased
my wife
about
will be
that.
Very happy about that. I'm sure there'll be one at my home today. As a matter of fact, she loves those stupid things. Wendy's is preparing, and another fast food story. Wendy's, is preparing to test an Uber-style surge pricing model where the cost of menu items will fluctuate throughout the day based on demand. Meaning that a Dave's Burger will cost more during lunch or dinner rush. So they plan to do. Wendy's CEO Kirk Tanner announced that the new system on call with investors, noting that the company will invest $20 million on high-tech menu boards that will be able to update prices in real time without incurring additional overhead costs. No.
Isn't that exciting? The price can go up right before your very eyes.
Right.
That's great.
Right. It's the
that's
busiest
exciting.
time.
Yay!
Yay. I mean, I don't know if you've been to a Wendy's lately.
I have not.
But it ain't cheap.
Yeah, I'm sure
I mean, in this story, they even talk about how Wendy's is the most expensive fast food chain in the U.S. right now.
Oh, it is?
Their menu costs rose 35% in 2022 and 2023. Sheesh. I mean, the last time I went to a Wendy's, it's been a little while now, but it's been within a year. Anyway, I just remember going, we'll go to Wendy's. And, you order whatever you order, single, double, Frosties, fries, and you pull up the window, and it was like,
$84.
Well, it was like $50 or more.
Yeah.
And you're like, holy cow, wait,
That's crazy.
what?
Yeah.
No, thank you. So,
did you also see McDonald's is struggling with a little PR problem right now because in some of the larger cities, the Big Mac and fries is $18.
Yeah.
$18?
Well, a Dave's single in Newark is $5.99, and it's the same burger in Times Square is $8.19. One single burger. I mean that's the McDonald's. The one McDonald's that was charging that much, I think, was in Connecticut. Yeah. I mean,
it's a lot.
No, thank you.
It's a lot.
You guys remember the dollar menu?
Yeah, those days are gone.
Oh yeah,
they're not coming back.
They are not coming back.
You know, if you're going to pay that much for a burger, you might as well go to a
Five Guys.
really good burger
Five Guys.
place. Yes,
Five Guys,
where the burgers are thick and juicy. You can get them cooked to your specifications
and add as
you can
many
get them
toppings.
medium or medium rare. You can put what you want on them. They're not burned to a crisp. Yeah.
Can you
It's
still
not
eat
worth
burgers? Can you still eat burgers?
No, I haven't had a burger in over a year either.
Oh,
yeah,
dude.
Mm-hmm. Yesterday, I almost went to Shake Shack. I don't know why. It just came on me. I have to have a
Shake Shack burger.
Instead, I went to Whole Foods and got some
kale
chicken.
What is your problem?
Chicken.
Hold on a second. There's like a little ice cream left.
Yeah, all right.
There's a little left.
Yeah,
there's a little left. I don't know where it came from, but
I'm sorry. You ordered that because I don't quite think.
Thank you.
Anybody delivered that here
Thank you,
this
Fisher.
time of morning?
It was delivered to me.
Uh-huh.
It was delivered to me. That's all I know.
Somebody's going to be pissed when they open up the fridge today.
100%.
And there's no Bluebell ice cream.
Fisher took their Bluebell.
Food in the refrigerator that doesn't belong to you. Don't eat it.
That memo is coming later this afternoon. That memo is out.
And somehow I'm going to get the blame for it. So thank you, Fisher.
Okay, we're in the Fat Five, two in the Fat Five. I can't get over the Odysseus lander, the U.S. lunar lander Odysseus. So we talked about it yesterday, landed on sideways on the south pole of the moon. Okay, so the Intuitive Machines, the Houston company that built and flew the spacecraft, said that it's going to continue to collect data until sunlight no longer shines on the solar panels. So based on the position of Odysseus, it's probably going to stop working this morning. No, we're just going to be done with it.
Already?
Yeah, this morning. Now, this picture
that was
here,
worth $118 million, wasn't it?
Now, this picture here is actually a picture from Odysseus.
Oh, it is?
A real picture, not a simulation.
Okay. Huh.
All right. But this picture we got today. Yesterday, they said, "Oh well, we have a picture here. NASA's Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter flew over the moon, 56 miles above the moon, and said, "Look, there it is." That was the first picture we have of it, right there that we got of it. Look, there it is, right there.
Did they zoom in for a close-up so we could see that is indeed the lunar lander?
They give you a close-up, but it's really no. That's the picture you
it's
have.
Either
right
that
there.
or Bigfoot.
I know. Wow. Okay.
So
if you say so.
They did have a camera on it that was supposed to shoot. All right, so we did get a picture. That one picture there that you see, the first picture was from Odysseus. They did have a camera on it. But the camera ejecting equipment that was supposed to capture images of the lander as it descended was called off before touchdown because of the last-minute navigation issue.
Oh,
so that they were having issues, so they just blew off the camera ejecting experiment that they had was supposed to happen, which then it ended up on its side in the crater, and they instead of land, they said it came pretty close to where it was supposed to land. Now, then originally they said this particular flight almost failed as well. The astrobotic technology that took off and didn't happen last month is another company, along with Intuitive Machines, who have more contracts with moon landings with NASA. All right. So this particular flight, ground teams forgot to switch the lander's navigating lasers on before it took off.
They forgot?
They forgot. There's so much to do.
Yeah.
There's so much to do. And you just...
How long have you been preparing for this mission? Is there not a checklist that you go through?
And they didn't even remember it.
Come on.
Until it was orbiting the moon.
And then it's too late.
And then
right?
somebody, they were like, I think I forgot to turn on the laser guided landing devices.
Oh, jeez.
And so they used a laser navigating device that was on board from NASA that was there just as an experiment. That's all they had. That's all they were able to use, which could lead one to believe that, yes, it worked, but
so this was just
on
sheer
its side.
Incompetence from the company that launched this thing. And they still have contracts with NASA that haven't already been
fulfilled,
torn away from them. Like, you know what? We're removing that contract from you in the future. No, we're not doing that anymore.
We're not doing that.
By the way, Fisher, did you see? Can you throw it up again, Joe? That picture I just told you. That I did not know Columbia Clothing Shop sponsored this.
Yeah, probably. I don't know that I knew
so
that.
I'm looking at
other companies had other things on this payload.
Yeah, so I looked and Columbia Sportswear did sponsor this moon landing.
Did they have articles on the payload or whatever?
No, they were testing out their new jacket material, which I believe is what
they were supposed to make the new space suits, right?
Yes. But aren't you upset that the whole thing failed now, and your name is like on it?
But they'll tell you that it didn't fail, right? They landed on the moon. They were only supposed to last. I don't know that I knew this to begin with, but the experiment on the south side of the moon was only supposed to last a week anyway, just a week. And so it landed in this crater on its side, and we got, a couple of days?
Yeah.
A couple of days
and now it's over,
information, not full information because of the way it's landed and the power that it has.
Right.
So they'll say that while it wasn't a full success, it was still successful because they landed on the moon, and we got some information.
Sorry, I can't give you that.
No, our standard is so low. Are you seriously? Landing on the side that's mission failed. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable to me that I love the idea now. Maybe they remembered, how they forgot to turn the navigating lasers on before the takeoff. I just feel like, and then they said they didn't, it wasn't discovered until it was circling the moon. I think the guy who was supposed to turn them on remembered, and he just waited. Until, we got orbiting the moon, like, if I can't tell him now. I can't tell him now.
Yeah.
But it might have given him more time to try to figure out a fix.
Don't they have a checklist? Last time I checked NASA and anything space, there's like checklist.
I know.
Did we forget to insert that?
It's amazing. I told you. If you remember, and we can go back and find the footage, but I watched that whole thing. And the way they all acted, the mission control footage of them when this was going on, I knew that there was problems because they were not acting like a successful mission control room.
Right.
You know what I mean? It was really strange, and this is why because they weren't a successful.
Well, it fills you with
control
confidence
team.
for future space missions from this company, doesn't it? It just fills you with confidence. We're going to be on the moon shortly.
Right there,
people.
right around the corner.
If you're a person who's considering going to the moon, I'd be for reconsidering right now because I got no confidence in them that they can get this done.
Come on, Elon sent his vehicle to space, and you guys can't send this stupid little thing.
I know, right? But all the things we can do. So you can't tell me we don't have the technology to get to the moon. We do. Just do it.
Yeah, and what needs
somebody apply it in a competent way, and we'll get there. But
Elon, you just need to take it over.
Yeah, something.
Just take it over.
Something, and maybe SpaceX should just take the bull by the horns.
Just take it over
and go. Come on. Build the lander. Do it all.
Yes,
if you have to. And get there.
Yeah, let's just do it. If we need the moon as the launching pad to get to Mars, and we have an opportunity to build some dwellings and
whatever, do it.
Yeah, give it to Elon. He knows it.
Yes, let's just do it.
And you got Elon saying grandiose things like, "Yeah, there's going to be 1 million people." No, there's not going to ever.
What's the date? 2030?
Never going to be 1 million people on Mars. Well, they think they might land on Mars with a person by well, they're saying the moon by 2029. So the Mars
they've pushed all that way back.
I mean,
the Artemis plan is way back now.
34, 35. I don't know when that's going to be. It may not happen in our lifetime.
It'd be cool to see, though. It'd be cool to see.
It'd be cool. Yes, it would. I'm all about space travel because we make astounding leaps in technology as a result of trying to overcome the obstacles to get there. NASA developed 20,000 products or something during the moonshot. Well, the same thing would happen now, only faster and better and more incredible. So let's do it.
Let's do it.
But there's too much opposition, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what the deal is.
I don't know either. But, will they forget to turn things on at launch?
Yeah, just ridiculous. Wow. Come on now.
Okay. All right. One last Fat Five story. Flacco, the rare Eurasian eagle owl that has captured the attention of, New York City and the world, dubbed the most famous owl in the world, has died.
Oh, no.
We lost
I didn't
Flacco.
know Flacco was alive. So
what are you talking about?
It's all coming at me a little too fast.
It escaped from the Central Park Zoo.
Oh, did it?
A year ago.
Okay. A year ago?
A year ago.
Wow.
And it's been on, they've had sightings all over Manhattan, all over New York. Everybody's been out taking pictures of Flacco. In fact, one time they thought they had him to bring him back to the zoo. And Flacco was not having any part of that.
Oh, wow. I don't blame him. So, but he died?
He died now.
What happened?
He's at the age of 13. He's dead.
Oh, darn.
Apparently, he flew into a building.
He flew into a building?
He flew into a building. I'm sorry, he collided with a building. 89th Street in Manhattan.
Ouch.
People in the building reported the downed owl to the Wild Bird Fund, and the staff quickly responded.
Of course.
But he was not responsive.
Too late?
Yeah, he was dead.
Is that the official retrospective for Flacco Fisher? Because
this is a retrospective, yes. So they
Flacco the owl.
They still don't.
We lost him.
Dead at the age of 13.
Ouch.
They still don't know who vandalized the netting at the zoo that he climbed through and escaped. So the people at WBF are saying we're still hopeful that the NYPD, which is investigating the vandalism, will ultimately make an arrest. I don't think that's going to happen.
So he was smart enough to escape, but not smart enough to see
not fly into a building.
Yeah, I mean, look at there's maps. People have mapped out where he's been this whole year in NYC. Now there's a list there. There's also the list, the timeline. But there was a map too showed all his landing areas in Manhattan. Which
who follows an owl around wherever it goes? How ridiculous is that?
The Flacco sightings were everywhere. Now according to the zoo, the Central Park Zoo, nearly 250,000 birds are estimated to die annually in New York City as a result of building collisions. Okay? Now, I will say 249,999 of those are probably pigeons, so no one cares.
True.
Okay, we care a little bit for Flacco.
Barely.
Wait,
I barely care about Flacco. Flacco the owl.
We lost him.
Yeah,
we didn't even know he was alive.
Yeah, I'm trying to ramp up my concern about him because I didn't even know he was around, and now he's dead already, and so.
Which is interesting because his Flacco is skinny in Spanish, and he did not look skinny to me.
No,
he was. Well, they're going to do a necropsy on him and find out exactly what if anything was wrong with him.
So they do autopsies on owls.
But for now, we just know that it was reported that he collided with a building.
Oh boy,
he was stupid enough not to see the building. That's what happened. I saved you money there.
Wow.
Flacco, look out for that building.
Oh, too late.
Yeah. Oops. Darn it. It's like the Tarzan thing. Well, was it Tarzan?
Yes.
Look out for that.
George of the Jungle.
George of the Jungle.
George of the Jungle. Watch out for that tree.
That was the song that they played right after Sonny Bono.
See?
Yeah.
See?
Watch out for that tree.
See.
No. Now, it seems like when you're skiing, it wouldn't be that hard, you know?
I mean,
if you see
Chelsea
yourself
carrying a couple of dogs,
you're headed for a tree. Couldn't you jump out of the way at the last second?
I feel like you should be able to.
Yeah, I think you. It's like the train tracks. Get off them. Get off the train tracks. Doesn't have to happen. You know?
It doesn't. It doesn't have to.
Weird.
It's like flying into a building, colliding with the building.
You see the building coming up,
out of the way.
right? Don't fly into it.
Out of the way.
It's not that hard. Seemingly. You know, there might be some kind of variable that I'm not taking into account.
You are missing the variables of like the
wind,
the lights in the windows, and sometimes they throw them off, throws off
reflection,
the whole thing. Reflections, during the daytime. So it is a big issue
because he may not have flown into bricks. The wall, he might have flown into a window. That's understandable.
We've all had birds fly into the windows of our homes before, right?
Yes, we have. Yeah. So that can happen. I can see how that can happen. All right.
Rest in peace, Flacco.
You're out. We'll miss you.
13.
We'll miss you.
Yeah.
MSNBC, I guess, has decided that the old John Fetterman is back. Is that right?
Yes.
The progressive John Fetterman.
Yeah.
Here he is.
And we also have to start having, all kinds of Democrats criticizing the president, too, publicly. I don't understand why. I don't know what's in it for you to do that, whether you're just chasing clout or you want to make it in the news or anything like that. Mm-hmm. But if you're not willing to just support the president now and say these kinds of things, you might as well just get your MAGA hat because you are helping with this.
Wow.
That's a great crowd. He's in his basement. He's literally in his basement.
And he's back.
This time.
Blindly supporting Democrats again. Good for you.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.